My name is Hannah Cates, and I've been a Christian for 14 years, and this is my story. My testimony begins, of course, I was raised in a great Christian home. My family always took me to church. I was Wednesday night, Sunday night. Basically, anytime the doors were open, my family was there. My dad was a children's pastor, and so he led children's church, and my mom was a Sunday school teacher, and so she was always involved with Sunday school and just leading, and so it kind of just made me want to be a leader in a church one day. My brothers went to church as well. We all kind of sang as a family when I was little, which was kind of weird. We didn't really enjoy it, but my parents wanted us to. I got saved. I accepted Christ in my heart when I was 5, and as a 5-year-old, I didn't really change because, I was still an ornery little kid. So nothing really, there was not this big, immaculate change inside of me. But then whenever I turned 11, it hit me like, who is Jesus? Like, I had him in my heart, but I didn't know him. I didn't have a relationship with him. And so 2 years later, I went to a youth conference, and they talked about having a relationship with Christ and not just having a relationship through your parents. And so I was like, that's so realistic. It kind of hit me like, I don't have my own relationship. I just live through my parents, and you can't do that. You can't live through somebody else. And so when I was 13, I made the decision, like, I'm gonna strive to get to know God. I'm gonna strive to have my own relationship with him. And it really affected my life. When I became a freshman in high school, the devil hit hard. I had a friend group that was going down the wrong path, and so I was like, I can't hang out with y'all anymore. I can't do this. My church family was a huge role model in my life, and they really encouraged me to stay strong in my faith and stay strong in Christianity. And so I did, and I was like, I can't hang out with y'all anymore. And I regretted that decision, honestly, because I had no friends. I was that kid that sat in the bathroom during lunch and just kind of ate with myself. I didn't have any friends, but it resulted greatly in the end. God blessed me in so many ways. And so my freshman year was a huge kind of cornerstone in my relationship with Christ. I didn't have anybody, and so I would go to Christ for everything. I came home and I was miserable. I was kind of depressed for around 3 months because I did not want to continue to go back to the public school that I was in. And so I begged my parents to homeschool me or send me somewhere else, and homeschooling was not an option. I'm way too social, and I would have not enjoyed homeschooling, and my parents could not afford the Christian school in Conway because it was like $300 a month, and that's a lot of money. And so we just started praying, and a week after I went to my parents, we got a phone call that our lot that has been on sale for 3 years sold for the exact amount of money for my Christian school the next 3 years. And so it was just like the Lord provided in so many ways while I was growing up. So I got to go to this Christian school and really grow in my relationship with Christ and with God, and just kind of build a firm foundation, and I never really had that before. And so the devil hit hard though when I went to the Christian school. My entire life, it was sports. I played like 5 sports in high school, and I loved it. I was never not active. And then my junior year of sports, for my ACL and meniscus, and then as soon as I got better, I re-tore it. As soon as I got better, I had to have another surgery. And so I was like, Lord, why is this happening? Sports, I'm gonna go to college and play sports. I'm gonna live for you through athletics, but I can't because I can't even walk. I'm on crutches all the time, and I'm having surgeries all the time. And so then my choir teacher approached me and was like, hey, I would like for you to join the choir. And I was like, what? No, I don't sing. I can't sing. I don't know how to sing. And so she kind of gave me that confidence, and I started singing in church and in the choir. And now, I'm leading worship, and God has just blessed me so much in that area of my life. And it's one of my favorite thing about myself is that I can just stand up and sing, and for him, for an audience of one, and it's such a huge blessing. My relationship with Christ is continually growing. I'm never going to have a perfect one. I always struggle. I struggle with self-image. I struggle with so many things. But through Christ, I can find my identity, and that's such a blessing to me. And through college, I found so many great friends that I can go to and just talk about Jesus for hours upon hours, and so many role models. And Mount Vernon's been such a blessing because it's my home away from home, and to know that if I have any problem in my life, I can just call somebody from there has been such a huge blessing to me and my family, and God is just great.